So we're training and doing competitions simulations later on in the week between 1 and 3 p.m. That is our virtual morning session. And between 10 and 12 at night, we're doing our afternoon session. And after that, dinner. So we've had quite a few presentations, team presentations already. Because this camp is not only focused on Rio preparation. Of course, it's preparation for the Rio Olympics, but at the same time, all these athletes, as good as they are, they still all need to qualify for the Olympics, which is going to happen at trials in April. So getting ready for that, setting up the season here. It's a great kickoff, actually, to have the opportunity with the Australian swim team, get a lot of things sorted, looking from a medical point of view, nutrition. A great focus here is sleep and recovery strategies, not only preparing again for the Rio Olympics, which will be swum at different times, but also throughout the season. So there's a lot of information going towards the athletes and very valuable information actually for their training, which happens here and which will happen in between now and trials and in between trials and the Rio Olympics. So thanks for being here. And so far, let's say the first 48 hours or 36, what is it? We're great already with a great input for all the athletes and staff.
It's great to be here. It's a fantastic initiative that Swimming Australia is doing. I've said right from the start with Rio that it will be a very challenging and foreign environment, not only for swimming, but for all sports and for all countries. And the nations and sports and teams that are going to be successful are those that deal with those challenges the best and turn those challenges into opportunities. And that's exactly what the swimmers are doing here now. It is what it is, the heats and finals time, and it's a matter of saying, okay, how can we deal with this better than any other country in the world? And I think importantly, not only for the athletes to be going through this week, but the coaches and officials also, because they're also going to have to live those hours. So it's important to get all the sleep data and other data on the full range of the team who have to put in Rio in 326 days' time. So it's great to be here to join the swim team. I'm doing a Rio familiarisation session with them this afternoon, which will still be morning. And looking forward to that, to sharing some knowledge from the planning visit that I just got back from 2 weeks ago. So great initiative, fantastic to see how well the swim team are doing, not only in the pool, #1 Olympic nation in Kazan, but also the great team spirit and culture that they're developing out of the pool as well. So good to be here.
I felt pretty tired going into last night. I'm more of a morning person and always have been, so it's been an interesting change for me, but it's good to have this camp now so I can get used to that and know what I need to do to get myself to sleep at midnight and then try and stay asleep until 9, 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. So for me, it's good to have this camp. It's good to work with the AOC. It's good to work with Swimming Australia. There's so much support staff around us that we have the help that we need and the information that we need to get the knowledge for Rio. It's not going to be easy for everyone. But everyone's in the same boat. So I guess that's the only good thing about it.
I think that what I've noticed is probably the effort that's been put in since 2012. Obviously, I wasn't a part of the team back then, but I was doing a lot of the commentary and pool deck interviews, and I could see the fragmentation within the team, and that was a little bit disheartening. But since then, you've seen the effort that's gone into it. We've changed a lot of our, support staff. We've got a new head coach. A lot of things have changed, and they've changed for the positive, and you can see that reflecting in the culture and the performance. And like I said, being back on this team this year has just felt like when I was back there in 2008 or 2002. Really strong culture, a great bunch of people there to support one another. No one's sort of putting their hand up and thinking they're above everybody else. There's no double standards within the team. It's just a really good, solid team that's focused on delivering at the top level.
Yeah, I'm one of those athletes who really relies on a lot of sleep. I got the nickname the Bear because I used to come out and race well after I'd been hibernating for a little while. So for me, sleep quality and sleep length is very, very important, which is so fantastic to come into an environment like this, which it tries to, in a little way, emulate what we'll be doing in Rio. It's completely different. It pushes everyone out of their comfort zones, but I think that it's good now, to do it now, and to collect that data so that we will be prepared and that we'll be in the best place possible. I've actually found the transition has been relatively easy, surprisingly enough. You know, normally I'm asleep by 10 o'clock at night. I'm not sort of getting undressed and getting in a swimming pool. So I think that everyone has made the transition really easy. When I first looked at the schedule and saw that lunch was from 5 to 6 p.m., I nearly cried. But we have actually adjusted really, really well. And I think that goes to show the positive mindset of the team. Everyone has decided that this is what we'll be facing in Rio, and we all want to be in the best shape possible for then. So everyone's going to, you know, suck it up and just try and get the most out of this camp. And we're already seeing the rewards of that. I think that most of the team slept until 9 a.m. this morning, which is like a huge deal for swimmers. And I know that a couple of the boys slept until sort of 11, which is very impressive.
Well, I was hoping one of the great changes would be I wouldn't be asked about it anymore. I'm kidding. It really doesn't make too much of a difference, to be honest. Kazan was great for me. It was a great breakthrough meet. That was sort of the first time I've sort of stepped up on a world stage and really performed. Obviously, in 2013, I didn't even make a final in the 100 freestyle. So to be able to step up and race amongst peers and come out on top was really, really exciting for me, and it consolidated all the training that I'd been doing and showed me that I can perform under pressure, which will stand me in good stead for next year. Obviously, the Olympics are completely different to a World Championship, so there's no point in comparing what's happened this year to what can be happening next year. It's definitely given me a lot of confidence, and I'm looking forward to seeing how far I can push that in training over the next year.